In this video, I will show you must-have ROBLOX Studio plugins. Currently, we're in ROBLOX Studio.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it.
Voice crack. Currently, we're in ROBLOX Studio, and let's go to the plugin section. Now, let's go through all the plugins that I've just enabled and I have at this top bar of mine. So first up, we have Building Tools by F3X. Now, let's spawn a part into the world. Let's resize this real quick, make it a cube, and let's enable Building Tools by F3X. Now this is pretty much what these are. The original tools by ROBLOX are replaced by these F3X tools. These tools made by F3X. Now this plugin makes resizing, remodeling, and sizing and positioning incredibly more quicker and less time consuming, and everything's just here. You know, everything being scattered across tabs and stuff. Everything that you need to access is here. Let's do a couple of examples. Like we can resize it like this. We can also change the increment amount. Let's change it to 0.05. Let me see. It's a lot more smoother. Okay. Now let's resize it back to the cube. Now let's go to position, the move tool. And you can see, just move it with this. And we can just move this anywhere pretty much. Let's move it back. Let's change the increment to 0.05 again. And, you know, we can move a lot more smoother. Alright, let's move it back down. Now that's F3X tools. Now let's disable this. Next up, we have, not sure how to pronounce this, Guillaume tools, or whatever this word is. Now this is really useful. So let's go to a material that's easy to see. But let's say we wanted to, for example, flip this texture. Well, all you have to do is just click the material flip, and now it's flipped. Do it again. It's flipped again. And we just keep doing this so I can show you. I mean, it pretty much works with any material. Let's test it out with wood planks. For example, if something is flipped the wrong way in your build and you just want to change the way that the part material is looking, you know, want to rotate it 90 degrees, this is how. That's material flip. Let's go to reflect. So let's get rid of all of this. The reflect tool is, well, let me just show you. Now we just reflected this part but rotated it. Kind of. Make this part a little more noticeable. Right there, let's make it a union. And if we use the reflect tool again, you can actually see it this time. Reflect. And then you see that. The reflect tool pretty much just takes this, duplicates it, and then just rotates it 180 degrees. I think it does more than that, but for this example, we'll just keep it as simple as that. Very useful. Now, let's get rid of all this union stuff and go back to the basic cube. Alright, next up, we have toggle handles. Now this is pretty much with in this instance, you can actually get more refined scaling when it comes to objects. There is no increment value that you can change, but you are able to scale at bigger and bigger, you know, sizes with this plugin. It's very, very useful. I have used it before and it has come in handy lots of times. And, like, look how huge this is. Like, it would be a struggle to try to scale this with, even it has this little highlight section where you can see what you're about to do. You know, ROBLOX Scale doesn't have that. You know, it has this. You have to hold down the shift button, and that doesn't work. You have to hold down the control. Nope. Was it control shift? Wait, I forgot the controls. Yeah, shift and alt. You have to hold down those, but you don't have to do that with toggle handles. What you have to do, you have to hold down any button, so you can just move it like this. Alright, let's go back to our cube. Why is it floating? There. What? What is. Okay, there we go. Next up, we have welding. Now, this one is pretty straightforward. You can weld parts together. Let me just show you. So let's create, you have two blocks here. Let's make them different colors. Okay, we have these two. And now if we select these two, we go over to plugins and we go weld all. Now, as you see in workspace, these two parts are now welded together. Let's change the name of them. Is this purple? Yeah, I'm just going to call this purple. And if we go back to the weld, you can see part 0, blue part 1, purple part. Now that we have these two parts welded, we can actually go into Studio and watch as they fall together. Look at that. They both fell together. Now if we were to unweld them, but instead, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, let's go back to the regular cube. Next up, we have Tool Grip Editor. Now this comes in real handy when you have a tool that you want to resize. So let's go ahead and create a gun model real quick. Okay, I've mocked up the most basic gun model, and now all we have to do is make this a tool. So we will insert a new object into the workspace. We call this tool, call this gun, and we're going to call this handle, I believe. And then once we have this, we're going to requires handle true, and that's pretty much it. So then, oops, didn't mean for that to happen mid-recording. This is pretty much what the tool grip editor does. It takes the tool and it adjusts the grip so that it's actually aligned properly with the hand of the player. And let me just show you. So we have tool grip editor. As you see, the gun is not facing the correct way at all. But this plugin allows for me to go in and edit where the hand will be when the gun is equipped. So I will go in, just rotate this real quick, put it in a more realistic hand position. The gun is now in a, well, I mean, the gun is huge, but the gun is now in a more proper gun position. So, I mean, this thing is gigantic. So for the last plugin, this is my favorite plugin by far. This plugin is called Archimedes. Yes, I have went into Google and actually had Google pronounce this before I even tried.
Archimedes.
Let's go in and let's see how it works. With Archimedes, this allows for you to create angles, and this allows you to go in and adjust it on the fly and actually see what it's going to look like. So if we go to an angle of -15 and we render and we do it again 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 and we do it again, you see that we have this arch, which is the most beautiful and simplistic and like one of the most easiest arches that I've made ever, you know, because if you would do this manually, it would take you quite a while just realigning it and trying to figure out the positions of it. I mean, that's all a process. But another thing that Archimedes can do, and I will show you now, that was beautiful. That Archimedes is one of the most useful plugins out there. And I saved it for last, unintentionally, but I'm glad that it was saved for last. But I mean, that's pretty much it. That's my must-have Roblox Studio plugins. There are probably more, but unfortunately, you know, Roblox Studio has changed how plugins actually work now. Now they're able to be cost, and these cost like money now. They can now actually have them cost money, what I'm trying to say. And that's not bad, but it's really expensive now for pretty much no reason. You know, like $30 for a plugin. You know, who's gonna buy that? I can accept at least like maybe $2, $5 max, probably. You know, if it's one of these plugins and it costs, I would recommend that you consider it. If you have the money and you really want the plugin and you liked what you saw in the video, you know, I would suggest getting it. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching.